Hi. So for my assignment, I wanted to do a video just because of the fact that there's a lot to discuss with this because of what it is. So I thought a video would be best. So when it comes to the documentary and the animation is not audience towards children. This documentary and this animation is audience towards young adults and adults. And I say this just because of the fact of what it touches upon, the sad subjects, and just the overall struggle of being an artist and expressing yourself and having to go through the trials and tribulations of that. So the audience is young adults to adults. Now, when it comes to the documentary itself, it includes an argument that he asks himself over and over again, why are you making this movie? Why are you making this animation? It's not a great thing that you should be doing. It's We should not be trying to glorify somebody who made machines to kill people. Excuse me. So he gets that question over and over again throughout the entire documentary, not only from his staff but his wife, people that he knows, his coworkers, his freaking friends. He everywhere. He's getting that answer. Why are you making this? Now, the evidence he uses to say, why am I making this, is by showing things around him that makes him want to make it even more, such as touching upon the war, which nobody likes to touch upon the war just because of the fact that it's a very touchy subject and a lot of things happened during that time that nobody wants to talk about. They just want to let it go. They don't want to think about it. They just wanted to let it go. And then also at the time, they had a gigantic disaster, and it was a giant earthquake that killed a lot of people, and a lot of people went missing. And so he uses this evidence to express, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm making this movie, because it needs to be done. The things that are said in this movie need to be said. And life needs to go on. No matter how hard it gets, it needs to move on. And the overall conclusion from him expressing why he's making this movie was a success, because people understood it eventually why he was making this movie. They understood it, they accepted it, they went on, and they even made it better. And not only that, but the fact that it sold out demonstrates that it was a success for him. And it touched upon things that nobody liked to touch upon. Nobody liked to talk about. It touched upon that, and he brought it to light, and they were very excited, and they were happy that he brought it to light, because those feelings needed to be let go. Now, when it comes to what connects the movie to personal, political, or anything in general, personally, for him, it connected to him because of the fact that he went through those experiences himself. He has gone through natural disasters and almost died trying to go through that stuff and survived it. He's gone through terrible times and survived it. When it comes politically, the movie touches upon war. War is always political just because of the fact that it's war. It involves men who have power, who have the power to control other men to do what they're supposed to do and fight for their country. So politically, the movie, it touched upon a lot of political parts. So when it came to those parts, he was very successful because he accomplished what he wanted to do. Now, the issues with the movie were because of the fact of the war, like I said, and just the things that involved the movie. Of course, he fixed all those things. He realized why he was doing it, and it worked out for everybody. When it comes to the logical manner, he was logical and thought process about everything. When he hated something, he threw it away. He said, I don't want it, leave it alone. And the documentary really showed how he wanted this film to succeed. He used everything in his power to be logical, artistic, and a child at heart, and it paid off for him. And it when it comes to the style, the vocabulary and tones that he uses are very simplistic. They're very thought provoking, but at the same time, they're not rambling on. They're getting straight to the point. The tones that he uses express his desperation to try and finish this movie no matter what happens, including even if he dies, which he expressed in the movie that it doesn't care. He doesn't care if he dies or not. He wants this movie done before he's dead. And so when it comes to his audience and even the people around him, I think they understood that. And at the end of the documentary, he even says, This is the first animation I've ever made where it actually made me cry. Everybody understood that. Everybody got that. And it all worked out for itself. So when it comes to this documentary, it did exactly what it was supposed to. It touched exactly who it was supposed to touch when it came to the audience. And it just touched upon every part politically, emotionally, physically that it needed to. So for me, this documentary was amazing. Thank you for watching. And I hope I got my point across.